they throw 'em in the lake. So I don't fish for ukuleles on the salt water 'cause they break. No, don't put that in there. This is my favorite rock on the whole breakwater. See this hand-scored line? Well, I'm Captain Daniel Bennett. I've had Bufflehead 15 years. I rebuilt her, and we sail about 2,000 miles a year, taking people out to the islands and seeing the harbor and lighthouses and wildlife and schooners and whatever wonders we can find to share. I went to school when I was 15 for 3 weeks to get classes at the Wooden Boat School in Brooklyn, Maine, and I actually built my first boat out of the annual bulk trash collection when I was 11. And then I was teaching sailing at like a summer camp when I was 13, which I count as my first professional experience in the industry, I guess. And then I worked on some other big boats and boat yards and yacht deliveries, and I got a little 26-foot engineless, double-ended gaff cutter, a rugged little wooden boat built on an island down in the Caribbean by a German guy. He wanted to sail around the world, and he did. He lived on it for 20 years. And yeah, I bought her and I packed my tools on, and I was 19. First time I set sail from Maine down to Bermuda by myself, and then down to the Caribbean for the winter, and found work where the wages were good, and tried to live where living was cheap, and that was great. I did that for 6.5 years. Went across the Atlantic to England and Ireland, and had 3 winters cruising around the Caribbean. I will probably never again be so free. And this boat sails better than any other boat I've sailed, and I've been sailing professionally for 35 years now. Rides like a cross between a Cadillac and a magic carpet. It was built by a guy named Bud McIntosh. He quit being a Cornell English professor to become a boat builder, and then designed and built boats for 50 years. Built this about halfway through his career for himself and his family. The boat wound up getting hauled out and set on the bank because they needed salvage pumps to keep up when she was swelling up, and it was just more. It was too much, and so they left her, and she was actually out of the water for 8 years, and the cover had come off the previous winter. Winter was coming on again, so they actually sold her to me for $1, contingent that I would get it back in the water within a year. Yeah, that was 15 years ago. Yeah. Why did I choose sailing? What else would you do? I guess it makes sense to me to be able to explore the world without using it up. Being a dad's the most important thing that I do. I left home pretty young, and that's my real work. It's building my family. When I was a kid, I thought day sail chartering was the most useless thing you could do. You're taking people who have nowhere to go, nowhere for no reason. What I've realized, I mean, now 12 years into this, I'm getting to watch people's grandchildren grow up. I get to get people out on the water who haven't been on the water in 25 years. I take typically close to 200 people for their first time ever on a sailboat each summer. And yeah, I get to refill wonder tanks. You know, people have wonder tanks, and a lot of people don't get them full very often, but there's a lot of opportunity here for them.